guys, this is Christian Metalhead Brotherhood, here to do another album review of Impending Doom's latest album, The Sin and Doom Volume 2. This is probably still my favorite album that came out this year, although it didn't have as heavy of a sound as their previous album, Death Will Reign. It still has a very heavy, brutal, crushing sound. I did notice that the vocalist Brooke Reeves was actually doing some really intense low growls in some of the songs, and I'm not sure if he's done that a whole lot before. I just kind of noticed it, and I thought that was really cool. He was just some seriously low guttural stuff, so I thought that was really cool. I don't know, it's just something about it. The album Death Will Reign just had a huge sound, and that's the only reason that Death Will Reign is still my favorite album by Impending Doom. The Sin and Doom Volume 2 is still an amazing album, very crushing sound, just not as heavy of a sound as Death Will Reign, but still an amazing album. I think my favorite song on the album was War Music. They released it earlier this year as a single before the whole album was released. Whenever I first saw that they put out the single War Music, just the name, I was like, oh dude, this is gonna be sick. Basically any Christian metal song that talks about war and stuff like that, I'm totally into, because I feel like a lot of Christian artists, they don't want to talk about the dark things, basically, and stuff like the spiritual war and stuff like that. So I just love bands that do talk about those things, because there is a spiritual war and it should be acknowledged. We as Christians, we are warriors. We are God's warriors, and we're not here to let the devil walk all over us. He's been defeated. He does have power, and he shouldn't be underestimated. But Jesus, he crushed him under his foot, and we should do the same thing. Anyways, back to the album. Sorry. So yeah, like I was saying, with any song that talks about war and stuff like that, the lyrics really hit me hard, because I'm just really into all kinds of war stuff. I love war movies, war music, and I really like that kind of music and those lyrics. I'm all about that war music. So one part in the song, he says, bury the serpent in chains and lay his carcass to waste. Desecrate the wicked snake and scatter his worthless remains.
Bury the serpent in chains and lay his carcass to waste. Desecrate the wicked snake and scatter his worthless remains.
That's kind of the view we should have on Satan. He shouldn't be taken lightly, and he should be, I feel taken more seriously in the Christian community. And just like I said, a lot of people, I feel a lot of Christians, they just don't want to talk about the dark things, and they want to make life seem a Christian life seem like it's all happy and stuff. Those lyrics really hit me hard, and that's why I wrote down the quote. And that's just, you can always count on really good lyrics and a good message from Impending Doom. No matter how brutal and dark they may sound, they have actually, amazing a Christian message in their song. Appreciate bands like Impending Doom who step out and talk about the dark things like Satan and hell, because like I said, I really feel it's neglected in the Christian community, and it really bugs me because when people they first start their Christian life, a lot of people kind of expect it to be easy, oh, God will lift all your burdens and everything, and life will just be great. And that's kind of deceiving, and I feel that's why so many Christians become atheists and stuff, because they expect everything to be easy and stuff like that, and that they're, I don't know, it kind of just color coats all the darkness, I feel and just tries to make it look all nice. But in reality, when you become a Christian, it is an all-out war, and it's a war between, the spiritual forces of darkness, and it's also a war between the evil in your own self. And so thank you to Impending Doom for speaking out about these things. And sorry to kind of get off on a rabbit trail. This is a Christian channel, so I'm going to talk about Christian stuff. But back to talking about like the album itself. The album overall has like a really dark sound. Like when most people who aren't really into metal, they're Christians, they wouldn't expect it to be a Christian band. This album has like a really dark sound, honestly. Like when you hear the name, Sin Doom Volume 2, like the sound, just goes right with the name. One other part I want to say is Impending Doom never ceases to amaze me how they can have like that huge, like brutal, dark sound and still have, amazing Christian message and lyrics. Like, here I was gonna quote this. This is from their song The Serpent's Tongue. It was another song I really liked on that album. I am a Christian, a faithful man of God. Come at me. You will pay for glorifying evil. You want to burn a church and rip a Bible. Black metal revival. God loves you. Listen to me, you bitter old men. You will die and regret the words you've said. Satan was a musician and gave you the serpent's tongue, but the devil hates you because you're made in the image of God's holy Son. So, like, you can always count on a brutal, heavy album with amazing Christian lyrics. And that's probably why it's my most favorite album so far in this year, because, it's just such a good message in the song, too. That song, I think is really cool because it's talking about, like, a lot of people think metal overall is just a satanic genre, but honestly, the only genre that really worships Satan is black metal. And I don't want to stereotype them either, because like black metal mainly is a sound, but most black metal artists are like Satanists and stuff like that, and that's probably the darkest genre of metal. And a lot of those bands, they like to burn churches and stuff like that, and that's why it's like, and the chorus is like black metal revival. And I think that's really cool. See, like they're like speaking out to these people, but like still they're doing it in a loving way. Because like the whole overall message of the album, like the Sin and Doom, Volume 2, and I've heard some people call it the Sin and Doom of Wicked Men. Just the overall message of the album, is a great Christian message. It speaks about, spiritual warfare and, fighting the devil and, stuff like that. So great album, very heavy sound, and great Christian message. So definitely go and check it out. Comment below if there's any Christian metal albums you'd like me to review. I do have Memphis May Fire just put out a new album, so I'm going to check that out and do a review of that. But comment below if there's any others you'd like me to do, and comment if you'd like me to do a reaction to a song or something like that. And be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay Christian metal forever. Hey, what's up guys, it's Andrew from Christian Metalhead Brotherhood. Thank you guys for watching the video. Be sure to comment below what are your thoughts on the video, and be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell beside it so you're notified every time I upload something. I also have a metal solo side project, and you guys can go and check that out. CMB, which stands for Christian Metalhead Brotherhood, but I'm just calling it CMB. And that you can go and check out my side project, CMB. It's metal, it's awesome. It has a lot of symphonic elements, so if you're into metal with symphonic elements, check it out. For right now, I mainly do instrumentals, but I'm working on some vocalist stuff, and I'm about to launch a fundraiser for my next album, Praise Metal Revolution, so be sure to stay tuned for that. So if you want to check out any of my original music, then be sure to check the links below. You can go to my Bandcamp page, or you can click the iTunes link or Spotify and check out my music, and your support is greatly appreciated. right now I do have a Christmas like holiday, or just kind of like a holiday deal on all my music. Um, you can download any of my music on my Bandcamp page for free. For zero. So all I have to do is just go to click my Bandcamp link. It says bandcamp.christiancore.com and or something like that. And you can go check out my music. You can download any of my demos or singles or EPs or albums, and you can download it for free. No payment required. Donations are accepted. You can choose whatever amount you want to give. So if you want to donate, that's awesome, but you don't have to. And just downloading it is a lot of support and greatly appreciated. So thank you so much. Comment below and subscribe so you don't miss any sick videos. See you later.